with the region's first double hand transplant and only the third in the nation. If I could begin by asking everybody to please place their phones and pagers on vibrate before we begin. Thank you. Just last week, on August 24th and 25th, surgeons from Kleiner-Coots and the University of Louisville performed a double hand transplant here at the Jewish Hospital Hand Care Center, which was also tweeted live across the world in real time. The 17-and-a-half-hour surgery performed on Edmond, Oklahoma resident Dr. Rich Edwards would not have been possible without the help of many, many people. The list is lengthy, but I hope you'll indulge me as I recognize some very important individuals. And if you're here today, as I say your name, please stand so you can be recognized. First, I'd like to introduce our surgeons with the Kleiner-Coots associates who performed the hand transplant surgery. Dr. Warren Breidenbach, Dr. Louis Schecker, Dr. Joseph Coots, Dr. Rodrigo Marino, Dr. Michelle Palazzo, and Dr. Rodrigo Benegas. Next, I'd like to introduce the number of hand fellows with the Christine M. Kleinert Institute who assisted in the hand transplant surgery and also in answering questions and helping to provide updates on Twitter. Dr. Asif Bhatti, Dr. Carrie Burns-Booth, Dr. Ainoa Kasavari, Dr. Anil Dugal, Dr. Elkin Galvis, Dr. Young-Shi Shi, Dr. Alexander Kravici, Dr. Patricia Lukroth, Dr. James Lyles, Dr. Gurel Manin Matos, Dr. Marquez, Dr. David Martineau, Dr. Christina Savidu, Dr. Tolga Turker, and Dr. Zhao. And a special thanks goes to our anesthesiologist from Hand Care Anesthesia who provided care for the course of the entire transplant, and those were Dr. Jeff Yunkin, Dr. Robert Burkhart, our CRNAs Linda Solansky, and Yasmin Kapita. And a special thanks to Dr. Steve Adams, who covered all of our other routine OR cases during the day so that the elective schedule could continue. Dr. Michael Marvin, who you'll be hearing from later, and Dr. Rosemary Youssef will be overseeing the immunosuppressive treatment for Dr. Edwards following his transplant, so I'd like to thank them in advance for the work that they'll do. The team at Kleiner-Coots, who worked behind the scenes for months at a time to prepare for the transplant, also deserve recognition. Brenda Blair, who coordinates the hand transplant program and communicates with our many patients, handling their logistics and generally being the first point of contact for them. We appreciate your service, Brenda. Christina Kaufman, the executive director of the Christine M. Kleinert Institute for the Research and Education arm of Kleiner-Coots. Dr. Kaufman, thank you. The many orthotists and hand transplants who have already been working with Dr. Edwards on his therapy, we're glad that you can all be here with us today. And I'd also like to recognize our OR staff, recovery team, ICU nurses, the team on our orthopedic unit that is now caring for Dr. Edwards, our pharmacists, laboratory, security, our marketing department, and all the many social workers and everybody that's taken to make this team come together and make everything flow smoothly for this surgery. And last but not least, I'd like to recognize our Board of Trustees, who without their support and vision over a decade ago, the nation's first hand transplant would have never been possible. We appreciate their continued support at the composite tissue allotransplantation program. Sorry about that. And a special recognition to Luann Atlas, who chairs our board. Thank you for being here with us today. With all of those thanks, and you can see the many, many individuals it takes to make something like this a reality, I'd also like to take a moment to thank the donor family, who without their generous gift, this day would have never been possible. Here today with us is Jenny Jones, Director of Education at Kentucky Organ Donor Affiliates, who worked to secure a donor to make this event possible. We appreciate the continued support and partnership of CODA and are glad that Jenny could be here with us today to represent them. Jenny will also be available at the end to answer any additional questions that you may have. We have another important person here today who, without their help, this procedure literally would not be possible. The hand transplant program here at Jewish Hospital is supported by the Department of Defense, Office of Naval Research, and the Office of Army Research to further research in the composite tissue allotransplantation program. Here today is Congressman John Yarmuth, who has been crucial in helping to secure funding for this important program. Congressman Yarmuth, would you join us, please?
Well, thank you very much, Marty. It's great to be here this morning. I'm not going to take too much time. First, let me say what an honor it is to sit among so many brilliant people who have meant so much to this community and to the world of science and medicine. We are all very proud in Louisville of this team and the partnership with Jewish, and this is something that very few communities can boast of, and I want to say what an honor it is to be here today. We were very much pleased to be part of the effort to get $2 million for this program, and this is one of those notorious earmarks that are sometimes mocked and derided, but I don't think Rich will complain about this one. And I don't think the world will either, because this is the type of investment in research, in cutting-edge science, that will mean so much to literally thousands and thousands of people throughout this country and the world. And of course, we have so many of our young men and women fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan, fortunately no more in Iraq, but Afghanistan, who are coming back, who will benefit from the type of research and again, the brilliance of our surgeons that this money was helped to fund. So I want to congratulate everyone here. It's always great to see a face as the beneficiary of this type of investment. And again, the smile on Rich's face I saw a minute ago is all you need to know as to how important this work is. So again, thank you all. Thanks to the entire team, to Jewish Hospital and the St. Mary's Foundation and all of those who have made this event possible. Rich, congratulations to you. Continue good luck. Thank you.